Well, welcome everyone to Simply Hermosa, What Makes You Beautiful. I'm super excited today to have Cutie and Pam in the house from Pam's Fizzy Factory. Today's episode is really about we're going to go with the theme, What Makes You Beautiful. Both of these ladies are entrepreneurs, have been in business for quite some time now. And I've been really, really blessed to know Cutie for some time now. She's a super amazing person. Those of you that know her, she's an influencer. She's a huge part of our community. So I'm super excited to be here with you today.
Thank you, Bernadette.
Thank you.
You as well. We've had a very fun relationship so far.
We
And
definitely
I look
have.
forward to continuing on your show.
Thank you so much for being here. So let's just jump into it. Like we met because I had a nonprofit. I was launching a nonprofit, and you were on my board of directors. I'm super grateful to have established that friendship with you, and through the years, we've really stayed in contact, and I've been a huge fan of yours. So tell me a little bit more. Like I know you, but my community doesn't know you. So tell me, what is it that you do? And that's probably not true. I think just about everybody knows you.
Well, hello. Hello to all of my friends and new friends there. My name is Giovanna, but many of you know me as Cutie or Jody. At the Kids Spa, everybody knows me as Jody. So if you guys go in there, make sure to ask for Jody. I would love to pamper your kids. That's what I'm doing right now, Bernadette, is I'm actually managing Pam's Fizzy Factory Kids Spa. We are located in the Tucson Mall. But let's go back to the very first thing you said, me volunteering on your nonprofit board. So I love to volunteer. I felt that you appreciated the people that were giving their time, and that's something
Absolutely.
that I admire is when people use you for different things that they appreciate your time. So when I say use you, I don't mean like using you guys. I mean, like I like to help with a variety of different things. So anytime I volunteer, I like to make sure that people, appreciate it. You're not getting paid, you're there helping out, and that's a lot of what you do. And I love to help out. I also volunteer for Impact. We have the big Impact charity event coming up on April 1st. There are also some other things that I like to do, but right now I really like to focus my time on Pam's Fizzy Factory. It's really my heart.
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about your own business. How did it begin? Because that's how you and I met. We were actually at a pop-up together, and we just completely hit it off over, what was it, margaritas?
Probably. Yeah, probably. I love a good margarita.
Right.
So, yeah, it probably was. With my own business, it's more of like influential. Like, I like to base what I tell people off of what I've actually tried and my honest opinion. And I feel that's maybe why a lot of people kind of trust and follow me like as like a local micro influencer, because I do try to give you guys like my honest opinion on products, restaurants, people. Sometimes you run into different people in life that may just not be the people for you. And I mean, that's okay.
Right.
Like, not everybody is for everyone. And it's not that they're a bad person, but I've noticed a lot in business, you have to keep your close circle, not necessarily tight, but just honest. I feel everybody around you should have honesty, transparency
Right.
in order to make your guys' friendship and business friendships work.
Absolutely.
So, with my beauty cutie business, I do have lashes. My main focus is still the makeup eraser. So, I've been doing that for, gosh, I think about 8 years now. I've been with the makeup eraser company, and you can still shop my website there. It's www.muecutie.com to find the number one selling chemical-free makeup remover. That's what I personally used for years, and that's my other heart before I found Pam's Fizzy Factory was a makeup eraser. The other night I got lazy and I used a towel and I was like scrubbing my eyes and it like cut my eye up here and it hurts
Oh
still. And I'm
no.
like, this is why I only use a makeup eraser.
For real.
So
That is a big thing. And then if you have lashes and things like
yes,
that, it's never fun.
exactly, to get them yanked out by a washcloth. So um, I would say my side business right now is just a makeup eraser. I have plenty of people that kind of shop throughout the year, so I really appreciate that. And what's really cool is the company actually gave me a free website. So since I kind of like started with them from the beginning, they don't like hold me to any quota. They don't expect anything. They just were kind enough to give me my own website to make profit off of. So I'm really grateful for them to still allow me to have a website, even
Oh,
though
that's great.
I'm
'Cause
not like active.
so you got like pretty much grandfathered in.
Yes, exactly. Uh
And
huh.
and so I'm gonna bring you in now, Pam. How long have you two known each other?
What, 4 years maybe?
Um, I would say even more than that. I was a customer of Pam, so I used to buy bath bombs from Pam, and I met her through Posh too, doing like the events and networking through business as well. So I met her as a customer.
Oh
I was her
wow.
customer.
That's awesome. So, and that goes back to the importance of networking. Like if you're not networking, how do people know who you are? You have to actually get out and talk about your business. And I think that that falls back to kind of what my business is, with this little business services. I know we talked about my nonprofit before, but we were really focused on women entrepreneurs and women coming in. They really don't have, like, if you work a 9 to 5 job, you really don't go around and network with other businesses. You
Yeah.
just go to work, you do your job, and then you go home. So you're never like exposed to that side of it. And so you have no clue when you're starting your own business what it all entails. You're like, holy crap, I got to go talk to people. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, especially for me, because I'm very introverted, like this persona that I have here is not necessarily who I am, but I've had to become somebody, like to be out of my shell. Like this whole podcast, for example, is completely out of my comfort zone. So it was kind of like a leap of faith. I'm like, well, I have something to say. We'll see who actually listens and who it resonates with. Because at the end of the day, you just want to you just want to make a difference. Like you don't want to just leave this world and not be anybody. You want to be a good example for your kids. I know I do.
Yes.
Um,
Leave your mark.
for sure. And I'll get back to you, Pam. I promise.
I'm perfectly good.
So, I have a question for you. I mean, and this is the premise of my show. What makes you beautiful?
So I've kind of thought about that, and I mean, I would probably say, like I brought up before, honesty. I feel honesty in anybody makes you beautiful. Whether you can tell somebody, hey girl, that like shirt does not look okay. I mean, it's honestly helping out another woman
Right.
who needs that like second opinion that may not have it. Also it's like you can do it, just forget about the negativity, the things that
Yeah.
have been stopping you. You can do it. Just empowering women with honesty, words of encouragement, I feel, and just being honest because women can tell when somebody's lying. You know
Absolutely.
us, like
Yeah, we
our
have that.
teenagers lie and we're like,
And you may
mm,
not say anything, but you know.
you know,
Yeah.
you
You
know.
and you just kind of look at each other and say, okay.
And this is like something that I take with me to work with the kids. The kids are honest. Oh gosh, the kids
They're
are honest.
brutal. I mean,
They're
they can
so
be
honest.
brutal. Right.
They are so honest with what they have to say, and it's because they're coming from a true place. They're
Right.
coming from a place that hasn't been tainted with everybody's other ideas of what you should say. So I think just honesty in people makes you beautiful. Even the honesty in the kids, they come in every day and I could have like horrible looking nails like I do right now. And they'll be like, oh, your nails are so pretty. And I mean, they honestly see something beautiful in you and you have to return that back to them. So I see a variety of different kids every day at the kids spa and just being honest with them and telling them something honestly nice about themselves or finding out more about them, I feel is what makes you beautiful. Just being an honest person that somebody can trust because in this world, there are not very many people that you can trust. And I feel that that's something that makes me beautiful.
Awesome. So, so here's the thing with what makes you beautiful. We all talk about character. We all talk about the composition of what's your inner beauty. But if you had to identify a physical attribute, what would it be?
Well,
Because that is another piece of what, Simply Hermosa stands for.
yes.
Because coming to your own beauty, coming to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and being able to love yourself. Because so many women and men, but I feel like the majority of women have an issue with looking at themselves in the mirror and recognizing the beauty that they are.
So for like a physical attribute, I would say my hair. If you saw my hair before, it used to be very, very long. I did donate 19 inches of it to a child so they can feel as beautiful as I did when people would tell me how pretty my hair is. So I would say my hair because I don't dye it. So like at the age I am, over 40 years old, you guys, I'm very, very, very blessed to not to have to dye my hair. So if you would ask me something physically about myself that I love about and makes me feel beautiful, my hair makes me feel beautiful. Like I'll look at the color and I'll be like, oh, it's such a pretty natural color. That's the color that God gave me. So I just feel that that's something that makes me beautiful.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. You ready, Pam?
Let's do it.
So I'm super excited to be here with you today because, like I said, I've never officially met you, but I've been a fan of yours since I met Joanna. And she is just always so positive and loving and saying, you just got to meet her. She's amazing.
Aw.
So, you've got somebody super amazing on your team that
Oh, Jody's beyond amazing.
we're really lucky. You're right. We're really lucky when we have women like Joanna around us that are able to build us up when we sometimes can't stand up on our own.
Most definitely.
And
She's
so,
amazing.
it's always a beautiful thing to see when you have women around you that pick you up, that pull you through those really, really difficult times. And I know that, this is an emotional thing for all of us, but I know that you yourself, give me a little bit more about yourself and how this came to be. How did you come to found Pam's Fizzy Factory and the spa service?
Well, I started out making bath bombs about 5 years ago, and I made product for kids spas around the United States. And I just took in a lot of, what I did and what I was seeing. And I got the opportunity to open my own kids spa. And so I took it.
So I got to see your before at the mall. I got to come in, and that's when we were doing the nonprofit, and
Oh,
I got
okay.
to see it in the beginning stages.
Oh, wow.
And so I think I even met your husband, as a matter of fact, because I went in and we were looking at the big display, and
Oh, okay.
he was such an amazing person.
Yes, he was.
Super friendly, super outgoing. And so it was, not that I got to know him that well, but, it was really, he left an impression.
Yeah, he was a huge part of Pam's Fizzy Factory.
And he helped you create a beautiful legacy.
He did.
And so and I don't want to make you cry, but, I feel like, and again, this is my opinion of you because, like I said, I don't know you personally, but I've seen your trials. I've seen some of your heartache. For what people don't know, unfortunately, your husband passed on, and it was unexpected. And again, this is my idea of what makes you beautiful is your resiliency, because again, you weren't prepared, and you've gotten up and you've made your business so successful and so beautiful. So on behalf of all us moms, thank you so much, because you've given the community somewhere beautiful to take their young ladies.
Oh, thank you. I couldn't have done it without Jody being there and supporting me and holding me up and giving me hugs and smiles.
And being very territorial, I'm like, we are not touching the screwdriver. It is his lucky screwdriver. We're not taking these lights down. We definitely have John in the store still with us.
That's
and
amazing.
That's exactly what you were saying right now. You saw him there at the beginning stages getting it built up for Pam.
Right.
And that's what he left Pam with, a beautiful legacy.
Absolutely. And when there's that much love, you don't mess with that. You try to keep it as whole as you can.
Yeah, John built the arch into the party room. So we'll never move that. And he did a lot. He was very creative, and um, he did a lot for Bam's Fizzy Factory.
That's a beautiful thing. I'm super super grateful to have known that little piece of it and to see what Pam's Fizzy Factory looks like now. It's amazing. It's such a beautiful place.
Thank you.
Um, and so yeah, he was when I went out. I had gone out 2 times. He was building the little castle. Was
Yes.
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He did a lot. I mean, we took that place that was a crock, so it was all neon green, and we took it from the floor up. So we took up flooring. We did new flooring. We took out all the neon green. We turned everything pink.
Yeah, I remember because we when I went in, even the windows were black.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to get the neon green out. I just wanted to see everything pink.
So that's really awesome. So I know another little thing that you guys got going on is you just bought a bus.
Yes, we're super, super excited about the bus.
Yay for Sparty!
Yeah,
Look out for the
Sparty's
pink
amazing.
bus.
So give us a little more information about the bus.
So Sparty is an RV that's a spa bus. She's pink and she's pretty, but we bring the spa party to you. So we do the same kind of we do in the store, the mani-pedi facial, but we come to you instead of you coming to us.
So how many people can you fit in the bus?
Kids, we limit it to 7 because it's a small area, and we've got with workers, and so we've got a limit to about 7 kids.
Oh, that's awesome. So is it just for little girls or is it for also little boys?
Oh, boys are welcome on the bus in the store. It's not just for girls.
Okay.
We've got black and gray spa robes for the boys. We've got superhero capes. We've got boys are definitely welcome.
That's awesome. And so I saw the other day that you guys were in the parade.
We were. It was the Pima Pet Parade.
Yes.
Tucson Subaru.
Tucson Subaru Pima Pet Parade put on by the Friends of Pack. And we were very excited to have a unicorn. 'Cause you had to change your float to be something animal-like. And
Oh, that's
we picked a unicorn.
Sparty was a unicorn.
That's awesome.
That was super cute.
And Sparty's not just for kids, too. So what's good about Sparty is obviously our spa in the Tucson Mall is completely kid-focused. You can come as long as you have a kid. But Sparty is driven to your house, so it's not that stigma of you're being in a kid's spa. Because
Oh, okay.
the foot bins that we do pedicures in pull out, and they comfortably fit over a size 9 shoe, adult shoe.
Nice.
So we can also do private parties for women.
So
in there.
bachelorette parties,
quinceañeras,
things like
weddings,
that would be
exactly.
so exciting.
Yes. We also do private rentals, so you can also talk to us about that. Like if you're a licensed nurse, you can rent it out to do your own, for instance, talks parties in our spa bus.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We'll drive it to you. You invite your customers, and we just take Sparty back home.
That's really cool. So how does one rent that? So if we, so what if I wanted to have a spa party for Simply Hermosa? How would that work?
You can call the spa or email us, but just give us a call. The number's 520-887-5430, and we are open Tucson Mall hours. You can always email, though, on our Contact Me through our website.
That's wonderful. And then there it is. There's the pretty bus. He's going to put it on for us. So it's really exciting what's going on. Yeah, that's awesome. But before before I jump too much off of topic, so Pam, the question is, what makes you beautiful?
I also feel like it's not what's on the outside, although that's what we all think about when we're looking at ourselves. But to me, really what makes you beautiful is what's on your inside. And for me, very giving, and I want to give to everybody. I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to feel welcome. I'm respectful. I love people. I'm caring. And I think my heart is what makes me beautiful.
Beautiful. I love that. And so the other question, I know I asked Joanna, you gave me your character attributes. So what about your physical attribute?
I would say my eyes. I've always thought green eyes are pretty, and that's what God blessed me with.
Although today they look blue.
Yes, I know. It must be with all this screen right here.
Right. Yeah. So yes, you're definitely a beautiful woman. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
I'm surprised her heart fits inside her.
No.
She's so
That's
giving.
so awesome. That's a beautiful thing to say,
Yeah,
because
it's
women
true.
don't really. Sometimes I think that we get sidetracked, with everything that we're going through, and sometimes we don't realize the people around us are like sometimes struggling too. I think we get so immersed in our day to day that we don't recognize other people's issues, and
Yes.
and then I think sometimes too you don't say anything because you're like, do I say something? Do I not say something? Like it's become kind of like a taboo thing, to be, are you okay? Is there something that I can do? I mean, and without ulterior motives, because again, it goes back to finding those real core people that are there for you,
It
that
does.
that really are there for you and not want anything in return.
And that's kind of, I think, what we've kind of built a little bit of a wall to is like being scared to accept that as well. Because like people will message me. I have a friend named Erin, and Erin, thank you so much for doing this. But she'll come on my messenger and just be like, hey, how are you doing? And I'm just like, does she want something? Like in my mind,
Right.
I'm thinking like maybe she wants something. But like she's never wanted anything. She's just
Just
like
doing a check-in.
literally just checking on how I'm doing.
That's awesome.
And like people just like that make you, but like again, see, I had that wall up, like,
Like, what does she want?
yeah, but no,
They don't expect it anymore.
yeah, you don't expect it anymore as much of people being very genuine.
And you both have boys, right?
We do. We both
So-
have teenage boys.
Yes.
So do you get your girly fix by going into Pam's?
Oh my gosh, above and beyond my girl fix, but I still feel like I still need my own girl. So
Right.
maybe in the future. Right now, I'm way too busy with the Fizzy factory to do anything with that. But possibly adoption or something like that in the future of a little girl. So I do get my girl fix, but still they don't come home with me, and I don't dress them as my mini me. They come dressed as their
Right.
mom's mini me's.
Well, speaking of a girl mom, we just had a conversation yesterday, as a matter of fact, at Mirena prom giveaway. That one was super amazing. But we were talking about boys, like how much they're so different than girls. Like
Yes, they are.
I had my boys, like I love them, but sometimes they're more emotional than my girl is. So it's sometimes the tables turn. Like we were really blessed. We didn't have any problems with our kids, and they're really amazing people. But at the same time, my boys seem to be more, and I hate to say it like this, but more emotional too.
I think girls are more emotional, but I don't have a girl. That's just my opinion.
I I think I agree with you. They do show emotion in different ways. Is
Yeah.
what I think.
They're
Their
sup-
emotion
super-
sometimes in different ways.
Super moody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Like you were just smiling at me just a minute ago, and what happened? Like from here to the bathroom, what happened?
Yeah, the 3 words. I'm like, who are you? But yeah, I definitely get my girl fix at the Fizzy factory. It's a lot of fun. I have girls that come back to see me, and they're like, it's funny. They're like my friends. They told Pam the other day, I have this cute little girl come in who just moved here from Saudi Arabia. So her and her mother are doing different things. Her mother was never allowed to get her nails painted in Saudi Arabia. So the first thing she did when she moved down here, she brings her in to get her nails done. And she's also born on Christmas. And I'm like, wow, I've never met anybody here born on Christmas. So she tells Pam, did Jody tell you I'm her friend that's born on Christmas?
How cute.
They're just like so adorable. And then they'll stop by the store and say hi. I'll have girls that come say hi who don't even come to shop, just to say hi as they're walking through the mall.
How neat.
And I mean, I think that their parents probably hate it because they're like, no, let's avoid that side of the mall. And they're like, no, we need to go in there and see her now. I
Oh,
know she's in there.
that's super sweet, though. I mean,
So it's so cute.
that just shows that you're making an impact, right? Like, so that's something that you both should be very proud of, is the fact that you are making an impact on the young ladies in the community. Not just the young ladies, but families in general, because again, you don't know what these families are going through, so if you can brighten up somebody's day, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly like you said, you really don't. Sometimes I do get DCS visits. That's where they have their visit with their child. So just to reflect on the fact that this person doesn't ever have their kid like all day, but yet they brought them to the Fizzy factory again and again and again to make their child happy. It makes them feel good. It's just like amazing to have a place like that that Pam's provided for our kids who may not have a safe space right now.
Sorry, I need to turn down my phone.
That's okay.
But yeah, there's so many wonderful things that are going on in the community, and it's great to have like a safe space, like I said, to bring your child, to know that they're gonna get a little bit of pampering. Sometimes us big girls need that too. Like
Yes.
and so again, with Simply Hermosa, we're always talking about self care, how to love yourself. Because these are things that, even though we do have, Pam's Fizzy Factory out there for young ladies, sometimes we forget that we also need that. We also need that girl time to unwind, to give back. So I'm gonna ask, how do you show yourself self-love?
Pam can tell you. I'll let her talk.
Jody and I do facials once a month. We make sure that we spend time together, which is also important. It's not just about what you do for your body, but it's what you do for your mental too. So we spend time together outside of the store, just visiting and talking, and we do our facials, and we do massages sometimes. We do pedicures. So we get out of the store and spend time together and take care of ourselves.
Oh, nice.
Because we have to look good. I mean, if we have kids coming in and looking at us, and I mean, we're giving them facials and we've never had one, I take a lot of what I learn from my facial girl and I bring it back to the kids. So they get like a real experience, with their facial. So it's very important for Pam and I to get our away time. We call it Facial Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. And so I think Chris put up something about the spring charity event.
Oh, yes. We will be there with Sparty. She'll be parked out in the Mirror Medi Spa parking lot right outside of their beautiful Medi Spa. It's also to benefit Beads of Courage. So I'm just barely finding out about Beads of Courage. Do you know what that kind of charity is?
I've heard about it, but I've
Okay.
never really investigated a little bit more about it. But so give us info.
Well, I learned about it myself. I'm barely learning about it. So my understanding is the kids build these beaded necklaces, and each bead is something they've overcome, like a medical procedure.
Oh,
So some
wow.
of these kids have beads that like wrap around like a whole, like I want to say like a state. Like some kids have had so many procedures,
Oh, wow.
and I think it's cancer focused. But look at the Beads of Courage website. They'll be able to help you more, like read about exactly what it is. But I'm pretty sure the beads are their courage, showing us that they were courageous enough to survive through another procedure.
Wow,
hmm
that's wow.
So they do Botox specials. They're going to have raffles. We'll be doing discounted makeup and free glitter tattoos. So a part of our proceeds from the makeup applications will be going to Beads of Courage that day as well.
And so there's a website that you can actually donate to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure on the Beads of Courage website, but if you look at Mirror Med Spa, they're the ones that are hosting this event and putting it all together. I know they're donating proceeds as well from that event. So I'd say kind of look at their page first, maybe so they get referral credit, from sharing this. That's how we got involved. They invited us to be there.
That's so cool. And I know for me, I look for, part of my self-care, love yourself first is giving back. I mean, again, I know that a lot of people say, well, you can't love yourself first if you're always pouring out to everybody. But for me personally, going to these events and being a part of something that's outside of myself is something that's really that really touches my heart. So that's something that I feel very passionate about, and that's why I do my community service. Again, that kind of fills my cup. And I know that that's kind of how you and I have met on different things, but for me it's just simply beneficial for my soul. That's
very important.
yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, for sure. And so how do you get involved? What makes you draw to events like this?
Well, for one, bringing Sparty to the community to let them know we do have this, because Beads of Courage is also very excited to learn about Sparty, because we can actually take the spa to kids who are have a very highly compromised immune system, because we have it completely sanitized for them. Nobody else is coming in their spa area, and then they'll be able to be pampered with the products that Pam makes. So if needed, we can make the products unscented, because a lot of kids cannot deal with strong fragrances when they are sick. So like finding events that we can take to kids is what I look for. So like we were out for the Cinderella pageant out in Oro Valley.
I saw that.
We were just at another wellness event for kids came in and got their makeup done. So I kind of look for places that would be interested in maybe finding out more about the spa bus, and then events that benefit a nonprofit. So Beads of Courage is this event's impact was a last Saturday's event we supported. So we like to do a lot of giving back to the community. So I feel like bringing the spa bus, doing free glitter tattoos. We were with More Than a Bed. We did their Christmas event. One of our employees, Adriana, did a really good job there. And that's how we actually got invited to be in the Pima County Pet Parade,
Oh, that's great.
because she saw us giving back to the community by doing free glitter tattoos at the More Than a Bed. And she reached out and said, hey, I want to involve you guys. I want you to be a part of this. My parents owned a small business, so I know where you guys are coming from. So we gave back, and they gave back more than we could have ever imagined by inviting us to be in such a cool parade. It was very, very cool. I'd recommend, if you guys have not been, go next year to the the Friends of Packed Pet Parade. It's hosted on 4th Avenue, so that's where the parade is.
Yeah, like
It was
so
a lot of fun.
amazing. Yeah, you had little ones too in the
Yes.
parade. So that's
It's
really
a lot of fun.
that's really awesome. We're not gonna let you be quiet over there, Miss Pam. I promise.
Yeah, she started the Fizzy family.
Yeah. So just kind of, circle it back to you. What have been some of the obstacles as a small business have you encountered?
Getting people to know we exist is one huge problem. You open your business, you open your doors, and people don't just come. So Jody's networking and the community has been huge for us. Just getting our name out and getting us known, and that's why she does a lot of the networking too. Because just because we're in the mall doesn't mean people know where we exist. So Jody's amazing with the community and all of the networking that she does, and
Yeah, she really
getting
is.
our name out there.
Well, Pam deserves it. She worked real hard to create something that people come in every day and tell me, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Like, who thought of this? I'm like, Pam.
Yeah.
And they're like, so there is a Pam. I'm like, yes, there is a Pam.
That's why we're bringing you out into
This is a Pam.
the shine. So this is your turn. If you had to tell yourself, your younger self, what you would encounter, would you still do it?
No,
No.
it's too hard.
Wow.
But I'm thankful my younger self didn't know.
But then that brings you back to resiliency again, perseverance. There are so many wonderful attributes, character building, because building a small business isn't for everybody. It really
it's very
isn't.
hard.
And
There's a lot to it.
And if people really knew, there is a cost for every little thing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I really didn't appreciate that until I became a small business owner. And I started seeing, okay, paper cost, ink cost, stamps, you start breaking down, you're like, whoa, I'm not making any money.
Oh, being a business owner is very hard. Small business is not for the weak of heart.
Yeah. So there's so many expenses and so many unknowns that come along too that you're not even prepared for. And there are so many resources out in the community, but if you don't know where to look, that's another thing. So, it's really awesome that that you guys have sustained as long as you have, because they say once you hit that 5 year mark, you guys are, you're almost there, and you should be very proud of yourself, not only as a business person, but as a woman, because again, this is almost like your child.
It is. It's a lot of hard work, but it's not just me. It's the people that have helped me get here. I mean, the Fizzy Factory is my ideas, but I always tell Jody she's the magic of the store. She's the face. I've got all the crazy ideas, and but Jody's got the love of the kids and the smile when they walk through the door, and just making everybody feel so special. And that's, what we want at our small business is for the kids to know how special they are.
So, and of course, I'm not going to take any of Jody's shine away, but she's just reflecting what you're giving out.
Yeah, it's what
It's
you built.
my ideas and, my dreams and my visions. And I am there.
Yeah, Jody says build a castle. Pam's like, how about we build two castles and like a moat around it, and then
That's
let's have
great.
like real princesses and princes in there like all day.
Yeah, for sure, and that's the thing, you need again that support, that you might be the creative, but you need somebody to help you along the way, because again, it's a journey. You can only go so far and say, okay, I need an expert, I need the help, I need to, and that's hard too, accepting the fact that you might have taken the business as far as you can go. So again, I mean, that's a true leader right there, is knowing I've gone as far as I can go with my business, and now I know I want it to go farther and I need a little bit more help. So again, not
I'll never forget when I met Jody. I went home and I told John, I'm like, John, I never met somebody that has ideas that I never thought of.
that's
She's
awesome.
amazing.
And her energy is amazing. If you, like I said, if you don't know Judy, you're missing out. I definitely agree, but I so want to give you your space as well, Pam, because again, it takes a special kind of person to make something so beautiful that's open to everyone. It's like, so don't ever, yes, you are all about giving kudos and stuff, but be okay. And that's something that and I understand that. That's something that I'm learning along the way, is being okay with the gratitude of your support staff, but not only that, being okay with owning that, yeah, I did something great.
Yeah, she's given many girls their first jobs. So that's something that I feel is such an honor for Pam to be able to say. And not just that, our team is amazing. So I want to make sure to shout out our Fizzy family team. We have had two of our employees have been there pretty much since day one with us. We just had another employee celebrate a year at her first job and a year with us. And our other employees usually last a long time. If they don't, it's for a reason beyond our control. And we always just try to make sure that our employees are happy as well. So I feel that Pam having a place where people have had their first job is really cool, and that they want to stay there as that being their first job. So I want to shout out to Adriana, Yvette, Faith, Riley, April, and we do have a brand new team member called Valentina. So welcome to the Fizzy family, Valentina. And that's our team of girls that help us at the Fizzy Factory.
That's awesome. That's so cool. So, like, just give me a day in the life of being Giovanna.
Well, let's see. I get up, I kiss my turtle, just kidding, my desert tortoise.
Don't you have chickens too?
Yes, I do have chickens and roosters, but Donatella, she's our mascot, our Pam's Fizzy Factory pet. So Donatella hangs out, we get up, and then I get ads started. So I do our ads for upcoming events. I'm planning a really cool unicorn party. So that flyer is going out tonight. We will be having a mini unicorn party at the Randolph Golf Course, which is April 8th. I'm pretty sure it's going to start at 1. But look out for the flyer. We will have a real mini unicorn there.
That the kids can paint on, right?
Yes, the kids can paint it.
Oh, that's so
Yes,
cool.
the kids can paint a real unicorn. We'll be having an egg hunt. We'll also have some vendors there for your Easter shopping needs. And the Easter egg hunt at the golf course is such a beautiful day to come and check out with your family. Golf course, sun, drinks, food, prizes, real mini unicorn, and you can paint it.
So this is like one of your vendor events?
We're going to have a very small select amount of vendors. This is more focused to the families, but our
Nice.
families love supporting some local vendors. So I'm going to pick a select few vendors to come on out. It's not really going to be focused on vendor event. The main focus will be like our Easter egg hunt, the mini
That's so
unicorn
cool.
there that day, photos with the unicorn, stuff like that. And then we are having another Wednesday Adams party. Our first party sold out. We had 20 of them come
Oh my god.
to the Fizzy
It
Factory.
was so cute.
20 little Wednesdays from the ages, I would say 3 to 12. So if you have a little Wednesday that may want to come to our next party, that's going to be Sunday, March 19th from 3 to 5. And Miss Tylene will be there from Center Stage Dance Studio showing you all the Wednesday dance if you don't know it. And if you do know it, she's choreographing a TikTok video. And we have desserts, prizes, games. The girls get their hair braided like Wednesday. They get
how
Nevermore goodie
nice.
bags and
Wednesday bath bombs.
Wednesday bath bombs that Pam makes for the event.
So, speaking of like the goodie bags, do you have businesses that contribute to the goodie bags, or are these goodie bags that you at Pam's Fizzy Factory create?
We create them. Maybe I'll be looking for some businesses who would like to sponsor some of the items for our Easter event, the mini unicorn party. I'd love to have some small businesses put in a sample in their business cards, maybe a coupon for our families.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And then there are so many different little companies that do like stickers and the little
Yes.
nails and things like that they can take home. So there's a lot of options out there, and you have a huge community of small businesses that you've worked with in the past as well.
And then there's some I don't know. So if I don't know you guys, please reach out. I would love to include you, especially if you have something that is kid focused. Like we have different people that come in and do balloon creations because they do birthday parties, just things like that. We'd be more than happy to work with you. If you're a creator, we do have shelf space for new creators in the store all the time. So that's something,
great.
if you guys want to involve yourselves in, come on over. Come stop by Pam's Fizzy Factory. Show me what you got.
That's awesome. And so, you've done so many cool things at Pam's. Like I saw you had a mermaid once. I've seen you've had the princesses there. I mean, so what's next? I mean, you guys have done so much already. What's next besides, Easter and,
We are planning a huge ball,
count me in.
a family ball. So it's not just going to be daddy-daughter dance, mommy and me. No, whoever is considered your family, Pam and I would love to invite you guys out to come to our very fancy ball. So you get dressed up like a real ball. We will have princesses there. It will be a catered event, so tickets will be sold. And it's going to be a beautiful night of dancing and fun for families who want to have prince and princesses and kings and queens come out.
Fun. How fun.
So that's what our big next thing is. That's what Pam wants.
So what are we thinking, maybe like in the fall?
No, I'm talking to the Urban Grove. I want to do kind of more an outdoorsy, beautiful type, very like a beautiful ball.
They have such a beautiful location too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I was considering in that
Yeah.
venue. We've talked to Sabrina. She supported us.
And
She
Sabrina's
brought her niece there.
amazing.
She
She
has.
really is amazing.
She's brought her niece a couple times to the Fizzy Factory already for full princess makeovers. So I'm sure her niece will sign up for that ball right away.
And I haven't been to Sabrina's in a while because she was, I guess they were remodeling. I think the last time I was there, they were remodeling the casita.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'm not
so-
sure, but I know that's one of our locations we're considering for the
Yeah,
ball.
it's a super awesome location. So yeah, and see, this is the, again, the magic of networking, where you get to meet and greet all kinds of different business owners, and so I mean, and that just goes back to the importance of networking and exposing yourself to more things outside of your comfort zone.
Most definitely.
So you allow her to do all the networking, and you just kind of are the mastermind, huh?
I bring her. I'm like, Pam, we're going to this.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what your reaction was when I said, "Hey, I want you on the podcast."
Wow. I was like, what? Like, what is this podcast? I've been on a podcast before, but never where it's been filmed. So this is a lot of fun to be
Yeah,
on a live podcast where we're being filmed.
it's kind of
So I was
like,
really honored, especially
yeah. Thank you
since
so much.
it's your second show. Thank you for having Pam and I here.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
I
much.
mean, this has been something that, again, it was never planned, but my good friend and one of my sponsors is Diego. And he was like, "Hey, why don't you do it yourself?" I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if that's something that I want to do. And he was like, "Well, let's talk about Simply Hermosa. Talk about what you're doing and talk about what makes you beautiful and what, he goes, it's a good thing for the community." And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, because that just pushes, again, that's encountering, things that are completely out of your comfort zone.
Well, we felt very welcome so far from the gentleman outside who welcomed us in.
Hello, Chris.
To
Thank you so much.
giving us a little pep talk before. I mean, if anybody's considering doing a podcast and your nerves are telling you don't, then let your brain tell you do it. Because it's been pretty
Yeah.
fun so far.
That's awesome. And I can't, stop and not give gratitude. I do have to give gratitude to my sponsors, which are Pop Studios, Hola Tu Son magazine, who is now bilingual. So thank you to them. And then Luxana, she's one of the most amazing makeup artists that I've been really lucky to work with, and she's one of the main sponsors of Simply Hermosa.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, I
Yeah.
love her. She's
She's
amazing.
she's really nice. She took me. She was like, "Hey, I support you in everything you do." Last night she was like, "So we're going to this event," and I was like, I'm kind of tired. Can I go home?" And she's like, "No, you need to come to this event with me." So we always need that friend that's gonna pull us along and
Yeah.
kind of open the door for us, even though we're tired and we may not want to.
That's Jody.
Yeah, I'm like, Pam, hair, makeup, on point. She's like, I'm ready, Jody. I got my curling iron.
And you certainly did. You came in here and you're like, "Wait a minute, let me fix your hair." So like I said, that's just part of Reina's, like, and then again, a shout out to Selena Barajas of Mi Reina Mobile Boutique. She's all about straightening in that crown and doing it in such a beautiful way that she gives every other woman, their space, and still is so amazing herself. And so that's kind of the community that we want to build with Simply Hermosa is making a community where we're fixing each other's crowns and sharing the shine. Because at the end of the day, if we're not helping each other, then what are we doing? Like, what are we showing our young ladies? So super thank you for being the completely amazing ambassador,
Thank you, baby.
friend, confident, because again, if you don't have that in your life, you can struggle.
Yeah.
And a lot of women sometimes don't have that. So, thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for always supporting me, because again, you have supported me from day one.
You're welcome. I see the amazing things that you're doing, especially within our Latina community. And being Latina myself, I'm always very honored when a fellow Latina is doing so well for herself. She has her own podcast. I love it.
Thank you so much. And that, again, that comes from being okay with saying thank you, because it's taken me a little bit to get here. Like, you've gone through the mud with me too, and
Yeah, it's
you've
been a little
encouraged me. Yeah, you've definitely encouraged me, because after that whole energies didn't mix, you kind of brought me out, and you said you can still do this. You
Well,
can
yeah,
still.
you were so brokenhearted about
I really
the
was.
situation, and you were just trying to do something so good for the community. And like you just said, sometimes the energies don't mix, and then that's when you got to separate the energy and continue with the energy you've been creating
Thank
since
you.
I met you.
Thank
which
you.
is really good energy, making women of all sizes feel beautiful. I met a lady that Bernadette encountered at the hotel that I had a little part-time job with at the gem show. And she told me, Bernadette, like, inviting me to be in her fashion show. And you could tell, like, she probably had never, ever been asked to do something like that. But she was just so, like, even at that point, talking about it that far afterwards, she was still glowing. So I couldn't imagine seeing her glowing that day, all dressed up in the fashion show. And I'm like, did you go show everybody at the hotel? She's like, yeah, I did. I was walking around the whole hotel.
I mean, it was so beautiful. And that is one thing that I'm super proud of about Simply Hermosa is that I've taken women that are completely shy, like completely introverted, because I know what it feels like. I don't always like myself in the mirror. And so it's a labor of love for sure. And I call it my passion project because to see a woman like from and she's gonna kind of hate me, but I'm gonna give her a shout out. Stells, for instance, I don't know if you know her. She's amazing. She's an amazing artist. She's an amazing musician. And when I met her, she was so shy and so kind of on herself. And then to see her walk this second time, and then to see her out in the community, she owns that now. She is not. She is so confident and just out there and rocking the shit out of the stage, excuse my language, but she's amazing. And it's amazing to see the transformation of these women, and I'm getting better. I'm getting better with owning that and being okay with saying I'm super proud of myself, because again, it's not necessarily, and I always say this, it's not necessarily about me, but it took me owning that to create this platform, to create what I have, and to give it, all the love that I can.
And that make women feel loved is important.
Absolutely.
So that's a great thing that you do, is making women feel loved.
So, yeah, and this is like a tribute, like I said, to honor women that are doing amazing things in the community, bringing them to light, because not always do we want the spotlight, do we want to be in the front, but I think that it's important to have a story, to have your story told, because again, who knows, when is the next opportunity? And I hope that there is another opportunity for you to get in front of the camera and shine a little bit, because you deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. So we're just gonna wrap it up. I know we talked about giving. We're gonna do a quick giveaway. It looks like we have a couple people on here. I'm waiting to see who's gonna comment. If we get some comments, then we're gonna give away a Pam Busy Factory basket
with products made by Pam, of course.
Nice.
You'll be getting a sugar scrub, a lotion, and some Diva Dust.
Ooh, what's Diva Dust?
Pam?
Diva Dust is our signature bath bomb product that we use in the store for mainly pedicures, but
it makes you sparkle and it smells so good. So it's basically like you can just sprinkle as needed a little bit of Diva Dust. You don't have to throw in a whole bath bomb.
I love it.
Give
I
it a
love
little
it
sprinkle.
so much. So yeah, see our fairy godmother over here.
Yes.
So I mean,
Sprinkle
and again,
some magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
Thank you for sharing a little bit of your magic today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And I'm super, like I said, super grateful for both of you being here, and again being a part of what it is that you do and being able to bring it to more people. I'm sure that the community will definitely, it's super beautiful, like I said, to see the two of you work together, support each other, lift each other up, and then be able to manifest that to the store, to the things that you're doing.
Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of I feel like a very unique partnership, because Pam and I weren't friends like before, like we don't like know each other, besides me being her customer and what we see here and there on Facebook. So for us to be able to do this for over 2 years now, it's pretty amazing.
Wow, you've been in the mall already 2 years.
June 5th. It will be 2 years, but I worked with Pam before at her old location. Wow. That's where I started at. So
October was 2 years that
she's had the Fizzy Factory.
That's awesome.
So June will be 2 years in the mall.
Mm-hmm. And this October will be 3 years with the Fizzy Factory.
So kudos to both of you. I hope that you both feel like super empowered and super like proud of yourselves because
Yeah.
like I said, it is a
Thank
lot of
you.
work. It is a lot of heart. It's a lot of everything.
It is,
And
but
definitely
it's
check
worth
out
it.
our spa bus if you guys are like around town and you see one of our events or you just want to come tour it. Let us know. We'd be more than happy to let you know where we're going to be at next. We bring out the pizza prize wheel. We do prize giveaways at any Sparty stop, and it's a lot of fun in the bus. Come party with us.
So I'm gonna say this. In order to, win the basket today, I want you to give it away to the first family woman little girl, whoever saw it, at the store that comes in and says, "Hey, I saw your live over on, Pop Studio."
Okay.
I think
And
that
then we'll share it tonight too.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for being
Yeah, you're
here.
welcome.
I'm like again super honored that you were here sharing my second episode.
Thank you. We're very honored to be in the top 3.
And thank you. Like I said, because it is something. Thank you
Thank you.
for coming out of your shell and doing this. Is there anything else you'd like to share with our Pop Studios family?
Pam, anything that you want to share?
Just, I appreciate all the community support that we always get and coming into the store and supporting our small business and everything that the community does for us. I really appreciate it.
Oh, great.
Yeah, thank you guys, Pop Studios, for having us here for this podcast and letting us talk about our small business. Thank you to all the sponsors of the show who also had Pam and I on tonight. We really appreciate this opportunity. So thank you guys. Thank you,
Thank you.
Bernadette.
Thank you. And so you can also not only see the live here on Pop Studios, I'll be sharing it to my page. And I know that Hola Tucson will also be sharing it from their webpage as well. So
cool.
we are super, super excited about that partnership with Hola Tucson. They are, they're another big community advocate, and he's all about getting it out there. And he is now bilingual. He's now a bilingual magazine. So I'm super, super excited to be.
Well, thanks, because so is Pam's Fizzy Factory.
Love it.
We are bilingual. We do appreciate our clientele who speak Spanish. So puedes venir al spa para llevar tu niña. Por favor, llama a nosotros en la tienda para poner cita. Es más mejor. Muchas gracias a todos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love it. Thank you, Chris.